Hello children. Today we are going to learn about verb voice. What is verb voice? Voice of a verb describes its relationship with the subject, object or any other element in the sentence. We can say voice is the form of the verb that indicates whether the doer of the action in a sentence is the subject or the object. It tells us whether the subject in a sentence is actively performing the action or passively receiving the action. Let's take an example. Ritu bakes the birthday cake. Another way of writing the same sentence is the birthday cake is baked by Ritu. So in the first sentence, Ritu is actively performing the action. Ritu bakes the birthday cake. Whereas in the second sentence, we can see that Ritu has become the receiver of the action. So in the first sentence, Ritu bakes the birthday cake where the structure is subject plus verb plus object is an active voice, and the second sentence, the birthday cake is baked by Ritu where the structure is object plus verb plus subject is the passive sentence is in passive voice because Ritu has become the subject. Ritu has become the receiver of the action. Generally, the preposition by is added before the doer of an action in a passive construction. Let's learn some more rules. Personal pronouns in passive construction change their forms. The personal pronoun in the second person, you, remains unchanged in both the voices. The form of the verb be verb used to form the passive construction must agree with the passive subject of the sentence. For example, he tells me about his pet. I am told about his pet by him. The tense of the active voice remains the same in the passive construction. However, the form of the be and have verbs undergo a change. For example, in simple present tense, Setu loves ice cream. Changes to ice cream is loved by Setu. Here we can see that the structure is am, is, are plus past participle form of the verb. In the simple past tense, it changes to was, were plus past participle form of the verb. Sheba taught the poor children. The poor children were taught by Sheba. In simple future, the structure is will or shall plus be plus the past participle form of the verb. Example, she will give the book is active voice, and when it changes into passive, the book will be given by her. For the present continuous tense, the structure will be am, is, are plus being plus past participle form of the verb. For example, Richa is planting some plants. Here, some plants are being planted by Richa. In the second sentence, we can see that the subject is performing the action passively, and the structure is are plus being plus the past participle form. Same way in past continuous tense, the structure will be was, were plus being plus past participle form of the verb. Active voice, the teachers guided the students. The students were being guided by the teachers. When it changes into passive. In present perfect tense, the structure is has, have plus been plus past participle form of the verb. For example, in active, when it is active, the policeman has shot the terrorist. When we change into passive, it becomes the terrorist has been shot by the policeman. In past perfect tense, had plus been plus past participle form of the verb. For example, in active voice, he had sent the mail. When we change into passive, the mail had been sent by him. Future perfect. Will or shall plus have been plus past participle form of the verb. Active voice, we see he will have booked the tickets. When it changes into passive, becomes the tickets will have been booked by him. Verbs in the future continuous and perfect continuous tenses cannot be changed into passive voice. Now let's take the interrogative sentences. Generally, the rule for the passive construction of interrogative sentences remain the same, though necessary changes take place in the structure of the verb. For example, do you like Chinese food? Is Chinese food liked by you? Did she buy the book? Was the book bought by her? Have they bought the house? Has the house been bought by them? Here the structure followed is the auxiliary verbs do, does, did become is, are, was, were. Have plus past participle becomes has, have, had been plus past participle form. So these are the rules which we have to keep in mind while converting an active voice to passive. Thank you, children.